Hey everybody, this is KuuImpact with Let's Play Rollercoaster Tycoon, and who says you can't bring the dead back to life? That is literally what I did to this park. Gave it a bit of, I don't know, put a lot of new rides around the old rides, did a little bit of a refreshing kind of thing. You know, the strat that they said is just, you know, save track rides, replace them, put them in the same spot kind of thing. Added a bunch of new rides, basically made everything renewed in the park. And it worked out splendidly. Look at how much funds I have. It's a little retarded. I should be spending this money. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to build more rides, go figure out what I need to do next. I have almost the 1,200 guests needed for the park to be finished. See, this one was an easy, no-brainer. Now, the next two are going to be slightly complicated. One has a lot of hill and elevation. Like, it's a chairlift hill park. The other one lets me not edit the land and not delete trees. The worst combination of things ever, I swear. I mean, no, well, height restriction is the worst combination in this game, period. You know, not to build over the top of tree height is absolutely horrible as a condition to try to build a park under. I mean, it's not impossible, it's just painful. It drives people crazy. But yeah, I gave the people of the park a variety of rides to go ride on while waiting for the money to load up. I let it sit a little longer than I wanted because I still wanted to make a video within year one, but now it's suddenly May year two. I didn't even realize that I just left it running so long. I figure that this park is pretty much done, and next video I can show the beating of it. Easy peasy, you know. Since we're going to have our goal this video, and that's how I've been working it lately, you know, simple contradictions. Except nothing was really contradictory about that statement. Just the way that path looks through that loop doesn't look safe. Looks very, very unstable, and it would harm a lot of people. Why is there not a lot of people on this ride? People are saying it's great. Why are you not riding that one? Everyone else is riding all the other coasters. It's like Shuttle Loop did get outbeaten by the Extreme Loop or Whiplash. You know what? I haven't built a track ride in forever. I think I'm going to do that. Oh shit, I have exhausted most of the coasters I could use for the park. Better go research more of those. Or, yeah, we can build a log flume. Like, we'll build a giant log flume out in these wooded areas out here. It'll be perfect. Although I haven't really had luck building my own track rides. They seem to be pretty damn terrible at it. It used to be way better when I was younger. It really shows you that you can lose a lot of your finesse when you get older. Sometimes you get more finesse. Sometimes you lose all of it. But that's okay. We'll build whatever the ride's outcome is. It's not going to be major money loss. I mean, look at this. Look at the funds. We can dent this and be perfectly fine, even if something breaks, like crashes. I'm still waiting for the big wooden coaster in this park to crash. It'll be all over. So, while designing this, I need to absolutely think about things that make the log flume good. Several things that'll boost the log flume's excitement is parts that aren't always going to be slow. So, going up is slow, yes, but you need to consider the splash factor of a water ride when it goes downhill. These splash dips, if they end in too long of a straight piece to where it loses all its momentum and they're just gently floating up to the next hill, then you're going to lose some excitement. Going underground also helps any time you put a ride under, partially underground or completely underground in some cases. It makes the ride better. Except I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to do this. I want it to go underground, even if it's only briefly. It'll make the ride so much better. But I have to make sure I don't hit the roller coaster. That wooden coaster takes up a lot of the parkland. It's really unexpected. Because when you look at it, the park is so big in comparison, but it still takes up a majority of, like, the park itself. There are trees in the way. Oh boy, I did talk about deforestation. It looks like I'm going to have to do that. I was trying to preserve the area, the wooded area here. But, you know, easy come, easy go, I guess. Nature, you're going to have to suffer a bit. For the entertainment of mankind. Isn't that always the case? If it isn't some kind of other, like, feeding mankind or something, nature always suffers for some stupid reason involving mankind. It's always some other person or other needing to capitalize on something. The old show, it's an old cartoon, it's called The Raccoons. Yeah, that show was all about, yo, it's bad to kill all your forests because you make them into money bags playing on an Atari. I'm pretty sure that was some kind of Namco old arcade style thing. He had a joystick with a one button. It was impressive. It was a show. It also starred, other than the raccoons, these things that had nostrils that were the things on the foreheads of the snorks. It was scary. They were purple. Civil Sneer. He's converting all the forests, but what gets on his nerve is the raccoons. You know, because raccoons are the greatest forest guardians of the planet, and not just, you know, dirty rat bandits. Although, I like raccoons. Sly Cooper was an awesome raccoon. You can't tell me that the Sly Cooper games were, you know, terrible. Because they weren't. The first one, iffy, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, too. Because everyone loves that thing as a classic. I mean, it's way better than 4. 4 was an interesting take on things. I have to admit they took a lot of crazy, you know, ingenuity, but they had to really make it that way because of the way 3 ended. 2 is my personal favorite. I had that on a demo disc back in the day when demo discs was a thing because not a lot of digital content. And it was beautiful to play through the first French missions back on the demo disc, and just it got you really ready for the game. Can I buy land here? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to recalculate how this ride's gonna work. Huh. I wonder how I can do this. I guess I can do it like that. It'll be perfectly fine. See, now that took a little bit of the vision out of what I was going to use an S-bend there, and now I'm not, because it just didn't work out in that way. I want to make this ride fun for all people, not just the little people. I want it fun for all ages, you know? Considering that Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 had, like, age group things, it's really odd in that sense that it seems like they did some research, but it's like, I get so many adults in Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 going on the baby rides, like the ones that are, like, junior rides. And I get all the kids go on the roller coaster. It's like, is this a real-life statement? Are you trying to say something? Personally, Ku has a beef with roller coasters in general. I have a hard time riding them. I get really motion sick on them and stuff. Just roller coasters, too. Because I've been on, like, a massive water slide, and I was perfectly fine, and it had just as much velocity and G's. Well, pretty close, because you can't go too fast on water slides. And I'm not talking about those water slides that go out and end in a pool water slides. I'm talking about the legit water slides that are track rides, like the ones you build in this game. I've also been on a log flume before, and it was pretty impressive. I don't know. I think this log flume beats it. That'll be your opinion, though. In general, I do like some of the... I like going to go ride rides. I just don't like going to ride coasters. So I feel like when I go to theme parks, I end up wasting money. Red Feather Falls. Ugh. I wanted to name it Rock Feather Falls, but then, you know, that's more of a desert theme thing, because rocks, you don't really see them outside of the, like, desert lore, even though I'm pretty sure they're a fictional bird. They might be a real bird. Phoenixes are definitely a fictional bird. No one can, go with, Phoenix. So many star bounties out here. Oh, jeez. With all the recent interest I've been putting into Shin Megami Tensei Devil Children, now that I know most of the plot of the game, it's gonna flip your mind out, and I'm gonna have to make a save state because it's got that interesting plot twist thing. I don't want to say that the multiple endings are affected throughout the game, but there are multiple endings to this game, and I'm gonna try to show off some of them. It's multiple endings in my Pokemon franchise. How's that possible? Shin Megami Tensei was always notable for having at least some kind of effect on story. I won't say that all of them have multiple endings. I know some of them do. Persona series really doesn't, and that's the ones that I'm most familiarized with, sadly. I considered picking up If and playing If on an emulator, but I'm not sure if I'm ready. It's going to be a real challenge, apparently. If's a real moneymaker. Super strong, super hard. One of those games. Looks like the testing's going well. I think we did a good job here. Personally, this looks like a really good log flume. I hope the results come out well, that these people who are lining up to pay for it aren't going to be mad at all. They kept asking me to up the price ever since made the park value go up a lot. And, I don't want to boost the park's opening fee for like $50, because then they won't have any money to ride rides, and I won't be getting a twofold money faction going on here. I want them to have money to spend in the park while spending as much as possible on the entrance. Entrance fees are kind of important like that, although lots of parks in the later expansions just restrict you to free entrance fee, or make all rides free, period, because screw you, you're not allowed to get twofold money. That made the first game way too easy. I find that it's perfectly balanced, because sure, I'm making a crap ton of money. Where am I going to be able to put these damn bumper cars? Why did I pick such a big ride? It's so clunky. It's got to fit into a space somewhere, though. Your edutainment games. Oh, speaking of edutainment, I know it's summer, and I did promise that I would have a new project up. I do have that running as my trailer for the goddamn channel now. I couldn't think of what the hell I was uploading these to in the first place. I will upload them to Twitch TV. That makes a lot of sense, right? No, it doesn't. But I have to finish a Humongous Entertainment game because it's the summer. So I still haven't picked one of those. I think I know which one I'm going to do. And it might as well be another putt-putt game, because we still haven't gone through all the putt-putt games yet. We've done 2 and 1 on live stream, so I'm not ever going to do Putt-Putt Joins the Circus again. Screw that noise. Now, the one I'm thinking of doing is Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo, because I really don't like Putt-Putt Enters the Race. And we already did Putt-Putt Travels Through Time. Or I could do Putt-Putt Enters the Parade, but that's really old, and I guess I could get it working. I have it on Scum VM. But for some reason, sometimes it bugs out and it doesn't let me pick up the tax with the magnet. I don't know what's wrong with my Scum VM. I haven't gotten the newest version. Could be that my copy in Scum is bad. Who knows? It's a mystery to me. DOS these days, working on these computers, is a strangely confusing thing, seeing they don't have shells anymore, to my knowledge. Do we have this? We have this in the bag. Yeah, so I'm going to be running out of time here soon. So this has been KuuImpact with Let's Play Rollercoaster Tycoon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. Next time, we'll beat this park and move on to one of the last 2 remaining parks. And we're going to have a fun time in a mountain adventure. Escalation Elevation, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Red Feather Falls turned out really good. Perfect. Also, don't be surprised if you see a Humongous Entertainment game pop up all of a sudden for a couple of days. Like, it'll be really fast uploads. It doesn't take me long to beat Humongous Entertainment games. So yeah, I'll see you guys all next time when the future is wild. The future is wild. That's that show. That show. So educational, so crazy. Based off that documentary.